I'm Deepak Chopra. You're watching One World with Deepak Chopra, and it's coming to you from Delos Living in New York. And my very special guest, my wonderful friend, and more than that, sister to me, Arianna Huffington, the legendary Arianna Huffington, is with us. So thanks, Arianna, for joining us.
Thank you, Deepak. Always great to be with you.
You know, everybody knows who you are. Everybody knows the name. Everybody knows the archetype, which I'll talk about later. But I want to go back to our relationship many years ago, because it was your mother, Ellie, that introduced us. Tell the world
Yes,
about
it was my mother, Ellie, who brought us together. We were living in Santa Barbara at the time. It was in 1988. And you had met in Ojai at a Krishnamurti event. And my mother fell in love with you and invited you for lunch at home. And that was the beginning of our very long relationship. And interestingly enough, this book that's just coming out is dedicated to her, because it's about how we can live our lives differently and define success differently. And she had always lived her life differently, putting relationships and the heart and connections at the heart of everything. And I had to catch up with her and to recognize why this is the only way to live.
So you must have, I know that you were brought up by your mother in a completely different environment, that the normal environment that children experience here.
Well, she taught my sister and me to meditate at the age of 13. And she always made us feel that everything would be better if we learned to meditate, that we would do our homework more easily, we would be less fearful. And it's interesting how science now is catching up with her.
After all these years.
After all these years, we now have all the scientific findings about the power of meditation in our lives. And that's why, for me, I wanted the book to do three things. I wanted it to be a personal journey, my own awakening, and it's a constant process. I wanted it to have all the scientific findings for the skeptics, especially, because it's no longer possible to dismiss the value of meditation, sleep, learning to unplug from technology and reconnect with ourselves. And also to look at how all these different things are being applied in modern business, as well as in the lives of so many people, all the examples that surround us.
We'll come to that in a moment, but then, you know, you had an interesting journey to get here. You were
Yes.
in England, you were part of the debating team, you went into journalism. These are very pivotal moments in your life.
So I went to Cambridge to study economics, and my mother was always with me. And I became a writer by accident. And I just love the fact that coincidences, synchronicity, is such a big part of life. And for me, a lot of the best things that happened in my life were out of coincidence. Like, I was ready to go to the Kennedy School of Government to study politics after my degree in economics. And a publisher happened to see me debate at the Cambridge Union and invited me to write a book. I had no idea about writing a book. And in fact, my first instinct was to say, no, I can't write. And he said to me, can you have lunch? And he took me to lunch and invited me to write a book, gave me a modest advance that kept me going for a year.